Many colleges are experiencing reduced marketing budgets, or in some cases, a reduction in the number of staff available within the marketing department. So what is the way forward when workload seems to be increasing year on year? The first step is to review both your marketing strategy and marketing plan. Ask yourself, why are you actually undertaking each part of the marketing plan? What is it you are trying to achieve, and how are you measuring your marketing? One of the major mistakes I see in college marketing plans is that they're not aligned to the college business plan and business strategy. Another mistake is that college marketing plans are often very long documents, in some cases over 100 pages in length, and consist not of a plan, but of aspirations, and in some cases, unrelated market research. So when analysing your marketing plan, consider the impact that each element is having on your overall strategy and objectives. Think in terms of how much time will be saved by each element of the marketing plan, how much money is saved or could be saved, and how effective the overall marketing plan is. The most successful marketing plans I see start with a profile of the potential customer, the students, the parents, the employers that you are trying to connect with. Another aspect of the marketing plan I often question is how much training is being given to marketing staff. As colleges and training providers, we work in a training environment, but often neglect to train our own staff adequately in the new techniques and technologies as they evolve in the marketing world. We are, of course, under great pressure to provide a satisfactory return on investment. I'm often asked how big a marketing budget should be in relation to the overall college budget. But let's assume that you have 1% of overall marketing budget, and that figure would include your marketing consumables budget and staffing budget. In that scenario, every £1 you spend on marketing, the college would expect you to get £100 back in terms of college income. But of course, not all your marketing channels, techniques and tactics that you use will give the same return. We need to think about the Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle. Pareto effectively says that 20% of your marketing will give you 80% of your response rate. Therefore, it's very important that we measure these and appraise ourselves of what works and what doesn't. The old adage is that 50% of our marketing doesn't work, but we don't know which 50%. Essentially, there are only three ways to grow your college income. That is to recruit more students, to ensure that each student buys more than one product. This, of course, may be over a number of years, and that each student spends more and more money for each course that they buy. Of course, this isn't an ethical way to look at marketing to students, but consider this principle in terms of businesses and employers. If we can find more employers willing to send students to college, and if we can find employers who send additional numbers of students to college on higher level, more expensive courses, then we're satisfying these three ways to grow the college. But to ensure that we get maximum return on investment, we need to test, measure and improve every element of our marketing. This is very simple when it comes to things like pay-per-click advertising, because we're provided with a full set of statistics. So we can split test, say, adverts on Facebook, maybe run 2 or 3 adverts and see which is the most successful. And then by a simple process of evolution, then we delete the advert that isn't performing as well as the other two, and at that stage add another advert to continuously run a process where competition naturally selects the best performing adverts. Of course, we need to test all channels and then test one channel against another. So for example, is pay-per-click advertising on Facebook more effective than, let's say, newspaper advertising in your local paper? The reality is that there will be some interaction between all the channels you test. It might well be that a young person sees an advert on Facebook, but they then see AA road signs pointing to your venue, that remarketing also puts more adverts in front of them, and that the newspaper advert reinforces all this, as might a reminder email sent from Eventbrite should you be using that to pre-register your students to open events. However, when you've tested, measured and improved all marketing channels, it will be much easier for you to select those with the maximum impact and the best return on investment. We now live in a world of digital marketing where technology is changing almost daily, and we have more and more opportunities to promote our courses to young people and employers. In some cases, our advertising will be intrusive, and in other cases not. However, we do need to consider the integration of traditional and digital marketing. Not so many years ago, marketing within colleges consisted almost entirely of the production of a quality prospectus and frequent advertising in local newspapers, plus some PR activity. Today that's expanded to include all aspects of digital marketing, including things like social media. But let's just spend a few moments reviewing some of the hundreds of ways we can market a college. As I said earlier, the prospectus has been around for a number of years. I believe the future of the prospectus may well still include a paper version, some sort of printed material, but of course it's going increasingly online on the website and being enhanced by digital marketing. This means that our website must continue at the heart of our marketing, and there is an increasing need now to ensure that it is mobile responsive and will enable us to use some form of s-commerce. Having said that, email is still one of the most responsive ways to market to both young people and employers. There is an element, however, of spam mail, but this should not stop us from using email as much as possible. But thinking back to the traditional, there is still a role for snail mail. Young people in particular get very few letters in the post, and this may well be one way of actually encouraging them to look at our colleges. In terms of employers, and to a certain extent young people, we do need a dedicated CRM system. These have improved considerably over recent years and are now frequently cloud-based, giving us access 24/7 from anywhere where we can get the internet. I've mentioned several times pay-per-click advertising. This, of course, is not limited to Facebook only. We can also consider AdWords and indeed advertising on Bing, as well as some banner ads on local websites. However, assuming we have email addresses, either in a standalone system or on our CRM system, digital newsletters are a very good way to maintain contact and to inform both young people, their parents and employers. However, people buy from people, and I believe it's really vital that we get people face to face. For this, events are extremely important, and I'm thinking now of events like open evenings, taster courses and similar, where our prospective student not only can talk to us but can also experience our product. Taster courses may last just 1 or 2 hours, a whole day, or in some cases I know colleges run full-week residential taster courses. Naturally, we're not limited to just the few things I've put on this slide, some of which, like the prospectus, are quite expensive to produce. There are literally hundreds of free marketing channels we can use. But before we move forward to implement these ideas, we need to carefully plan. Over the last 10 or 20 years, I've developed the rates marketing strategy, which I've found extremely effective within colleges and is indeed now being used by a number of colleges I've worked with. The acronym RATES stands for reduce costs, automate whatever functions we possibly can, test, measure, improve, which I've talked about in some detail, engage more effectively with our prospects and other stakeholders, and to simplify our marketing processes. It's quite interesting on going into colleges how complex many marketing processes are, and how by simplifying them we're able to improve the return on investment, improve how effective these are, and cut costs and staffing. I'm frequently told that we should be moving more and more towards social media. However, I would advise this with some words of caution. Getting likes on Facebook may be a step towards marketing, but it is not the be-all and end-all of marketing on social media. Social media marketing needs to be very carefully planned and integrated into our main college marketing plan. To be successful, we need to profile our customers. The outcome will be that we can see that younger people tend to be on Facebook, and if we're looking to market to them, this may well be a channel we wish to explore. However, employers and professional people are more likely to be found on LinkedIn, and in the main, this will be a better channel to use to engage with them. One of the benefits of social media is that it's an extremely friendly environment. It's very low cost, in fact, in many cases free. It's very fast, and the response rate is extremely high. Certainly from my experience, advertising to young people on Facebook is far quicker, far faster, and much lower cost than, say, trying to engage with the same people in the local newspaper. As I said earlier, we need to think in terms of the overall college strategy and business plan, and then devolve that down to marketing, where we think of targets, objectives, goals, and our conversion rates. We're likely to have a number of strategic targets and a number of objectives derived from these. Our objectives may well be as simple as prospectus downloads from the website, online application forms, the collection of prospectuses from Job Centre Plus, or selected objectives from a list that could total many hundreds. Whatever our objectives, we need to set goals, and to measure how effective we are at reaching these goals, we will probably have a number of sub-objectives in a sales funnel type environment. In the final analysis, our targets and objectives will centre around recruitment, but we all know that the conversion rate from application to enrolled student varies from course to course. And part of the marketing team's role must be to check conversion rates. So we'd want to know why apprentice electricians are converting at 80%, whilst apprentice plumbers are only converting at 70%. What's the differential? What do we need to do to improve this? And indeed, can we improve the 80% as well as the 70%? If we take frequent measurements and make comparisons over a timeline of maybe several years, it's possible to continually improve our marketing, even with reduced budgets. So, what's your next move? We can help you with strategy meetings. We can help you review existing marketing and derive a strategy that will meet your objectives with or without reduced funding. We can also help with training of staff. We run a number of open courses each year in conjunction with national training organisers, as well as in-house 1 to 2 day courses where we help staff enhance their existing capability, as well as explore new areas of marketing technology and practice. We also offer mentoring to aspiring managers and directors as they move up the career ladder. So, if you have any questions about marketing, or wish to undertake strategy meetings, training or mentoring, please contact me now. You can find my details at providermastermind.com, or indeed, why not subscribe to this video channel and ensure you get updates each time a new video is produced.